Okay, you guys, we're here, second day of Austin Action Fest with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Maurice. We just got done your screening for Finding Solace. Okay, now the first person I saw leave the theater was like, wow. Wow. And then everyone else I've talked to so far has said that didn't feel like an indie film. The shots were amazing. I didn't expect the twist. Like, everyone so far has said this did not feel like an indie film. So how does that feel to be here, seeing your film on the big screen for the first time and getting that kind of feedback?
It feels amazing. Amazing, and that's always the goal. I know that we are an indie film company because based on our budgets and we don't have a studio behind us, but in the end, every time we seek to make a movie, we want to make a movie that feels like a Hollywood film.
Yeah.
We want people to go, you did that for how much? Because we wanted to look like we did it for 10 times as much as we actually did it for. And that takes a lot of planning, that takes good storytelling, but that's our goal. And it just makes me feel incredible that anyone walks out of the theater and say that. That's a big deal for us.
I love it. Okay, now I actually, this was super funny. So when I found out Finding Solace was gonna be screening.
Okay.
Ben, what was the movie? So I was like, wait a second, Maurice, and we were talking, I said, didn't we go to one of his movies like a bajillion years ago? And because we live in Belton now, and we were at the Grand Avenue Theater. I was like, haven't we been here? And he was like, yeah. Ben, what movie was that? Founding Fathers, that's right.
Founding Father, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was like 10 years ago?
Not quite, but almost. It's like 2017, 16, 17.
Okay.
So almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about your progression? Like the teams that you've been able to, like, tell me about the difference between then and now.
Yeah, I'm a better filmmaker now than I was then. I'm a better storyteller now than I was then, although that Founding Father was a short film version of Founding Father, and the new feature film version of Founding Father is ready and set and is in pre-production right now to go. And I'm very excited about that. But the evolution of me pretty much comes from the evolution of my team.
Yeah.
We've all grown. We've all understood what the industry is looking for and what it is that we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
We learn, we get better every day, and we just work at it every day. And so every day we're just better.
I love it. I think one of the things that Benjamin says all the time is fail forward, like
Absolutely.
be willing to fail forward.
100%.
Because if you never take any risks, well, then you'll never fail.
Yeah.
But then if you never take any risks, you never fail. You also never get better.
Yep.
You don't improve.
Yep.
You don't grow.
Yep.
So what would you say is like the most spectacular failure that you've had that has brought you to the next level?
Oh.
And it doesn't have to be like a movie particularly, but maybe like an incident or like a specific thing that you struggled with.
Oh. Man,
Hard questions. I have hard questions.
On the spot, hard question.
Okay, let me try. Let me try it like this. What would you say is the most challenging thing that you've had to deal with on set before?
I think the most challenging thing overall is the most collaborative, in my opinion, one of the most collaborative things in the world is making a movie.
Yes.
And it requires every single individual to be on their game in order to make it work.
Yeah.
And it is very challenging on a consistent basis when you've worked 14-hour days and you've done it for 3-4 weeks in a row, that everybody can keep that energy and that enthusiasm up to do the best job they can possibly do, even when they want to. It's just challenging.
Yeah.
And when I basically am kind of overseeing, when I am basically overseeing everything, it's my job to try to keep that momentum, keep that energy and keep that enthusiasm up. But it's tough to do that even when my energy and enthusiasm goes down a little bit. And so that can be very, very, very challenging. And I think I do a pretty good job at it, but I fail at that sometimes as well.
Well, yeah, because especially if you're a writer, producer, you're acting, you're directing, or even any two of those things is challenging enough, let alone adding multiples of them. So I would think that almost would be the hardest part, is like, do you have to like change your mindset on each of those roles as you're producing the movie? Like, are you playing, like, do you have to just be a different person throughout the day?
You do. I do, and I don't. I am who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm an artist. When I'm an actor, I'm prepared. I get prepared right away. So no matter what shows up and I get to stand in front of the camera, that's the most comfortable place for me, period. As a director, I created what I need to create, but I have an incredible team behind me that won't let me fail because they already know. So I feel safe and secure in that. Yeah. So I can still remain kind of sort of who I am. As a writer, that part is kind of easy because I get to go do that by myself. Mm-hmm. And then once the story is together, it's together. We can make some adjustments, but once it's together, it's together.
What is it like when an actor's like, yo, these lines, bro? Is that hard? Is that challenging? Because I have to admit, I have to tell you a secret.
Okay.
I got asked to take part in a short film. I won't say anything about it. I got asked to take part in a short film, and I got the script. And it was bad English. Like, it was like the sentence structure was terrible, and not on purpose.
Sure.
I was supposed to be a journalist.
Ooh.
I'm giving too much information. But point is, I'm supposed to be somebody who's like educated. Okay. And your sentences have bad grammar. And so I was like, hey, is it okay if I just like change this around a little bit? Like, it's sentence structure. And the answer was no. And I was like, okay. Yeah. But that's got to be hard as a writer to have people be like, your words are not good. Let me fix them.
I would imagine that is hard. I thankfully have not dealt with much of that.
Oh, that's good.
And I don't say that because I'm a great writer, but I do feel like that what I'm writing is a clear understanding of what I want to express. So if there is an actor that wants to make some adjustments, it's not necessarily based on the writing, but based on where they have taken the character, which I give all creative credit to, because we hire actors to do a job. Their job is to find this character and tell these stories,
bring it to life.
And if they bring it to life and they say, "Hey, I want to speak a little bit more," my English is a little bit more broken because of what my backstory is, and I want to give them the freedom to do that. It's not your writing is bad. It's I see some things in the character that I can expand on.
Okay.
And then they bring my story to life even more. They bring my characters to life even more, and I go, I never even thought about it like that. That's so much better. And so I love that.
And that's the collaboration you were talking about earlier.
Absolutely.
And so it's easy when you're an artist and you're pouring your heart and soul and all your passion into something, and the tensions do get high on set. Sure. Because as we know, if anything can go wrong, it will. Guaranteed. A light's not going to work. Yeah. Your camera's going to something. Yeah. Batteries are all dead. I don't know what it's always something.
Yes.
And so, how important is it to have a good team of people? Like, do you work with a lot of the same people on your movies?
I work with all the same people on my movies. So
all right.
I have Motivate Pictures, ATX, and I have an incredible, and I say that in Austin, Texas, because I have a great team here in Austin. Yeah. But I also have Motivate Pictures Europe, which is a group of folks that are in Barcelona, Spain, that I've been working with for the past 20 years almost.
So, Benjamin, we're going to Spain soon,
We are going to Barcelona
Making
soon,
a movie?
Man. Let's go. Let's go to work. I've done, when you saw the demo reel, I've done, 10 films in Barcelona.
Okay. So, Maurice, you know my husband.
Yes, I do.
You need to hire him. I want to go to Spain.
I got him covered. Covered. We are going to go to work.
Okay. Anyway, I interrupted you.
No.
So you got a team in Austin. You got a team in Spain.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So my primary team, my core team, from especially the significant pieces to the puzzle, cinematographers, editors, camera operators, I've worked with them for the past decade or longer, and that's really important to me.
Yeah.
That consistency is important. We know how each other works. We have our own language now, and so it gets to that place where it gets to be a lot easier to make decisions, or if something goes off the rails, it don't go too far off the rails, because we got people who have each other's backs and we know each other's temperaments, so it doesn't get crazy. There's not my sets are real comfortable, real easy, real
Yeah.
dope. I don't do that whole, let's get all aggressive and I don't get down with that. Exactly.
You better pull focus correctly, or you're getting the axe.
Exactly.
Or the kapesh.
Kapesh. I don't do that. I don't do that kind of thing. So I think forming a team and working with them consistently does nothing but make your product that much better.
Awesome. Okay, if you could tell all the budding filmmakers out there, if you could give them one piece of advice.
Ooh.
One piece of advice for the budding filmmakers out there, what would it be?
Can I give two?
Yes.
Okay.
I find your compromise acceptable.
Okay, thank you. Filmmakers, we're storytellers, and there are stories to be told.
Yeah.
And it is really difficult to tell those stories financially, time-wise, finding the right people. But it's our job to tell those stories.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Find a way to tell those stories. Short films, one-line sentence films, features, whatever they are, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't. There may be people that tell you it's going to be a challenge, but step up to that challenge because we need those stories in our society right now. I think filmmaking, storytelling is the one thing that finds a way to make
right.
everybody come together. We need those stories, so tell those stories.
Yeah.
The second part
Love
is
that.
truly figure out how to market your film.
Yes.
Truly figure out how to find an audience for your film.
Speaking of which, shout out to Jennifer. Oh my God, what's her last name? I'm
Whitney.
the worst. Jennifer Whitney.
Whitney.
I'm the worst, you guys. Jennifer Whitney
Absolutely.
crushed it. She freaking sold out the theaters here.
Sold out the theaters.
So amazing.
It's really important because we spend all this time and find this money and find these things that are challenging to do, and then we find a way to do them, and then we don't have an audience for them.
Yes.
And that's no good because
Yes.
people can't see how talented some of us really are, which means we don't get other opportunities. But if we can find an audience, we can really figure out how to put it out there, then it opens up not only opportunities for you, the filmmaker, but for the actors, your crew, the team that put
Everybody.
everything together. But it is the artist, in my opinion, it's the artist's job, especially with the budgets that we're working with,
Yeah.
to figure out how to distribute those films or find a market for it and find an audience for it. So we have to do the work.
I think that's so important. Our festival director, my husband, Benjamin Nathaniel Reddick II,
The
says
man.
all the
The
time,
man.
we can't do, there is no show if we can't do business.
100%.
And that's one of the things I think that artists in particular, they're good with the art, they can make the craft, but the marketing, the post-production isn't sexy. Nobody wants to do that part.
Yeah, so that was me forever.
Yeah.
I was the artist. I was like, well, if I do my job, I'm going to make the money and it's going to get figured out. If I just do my job as an artist.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing the business. So for the first decade or so, I just thought that as long as I was a good artist or trying to
made
be
a good
artist,
movie.
made a good movie, that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And the people that we think it worked that way for, these celebrities and big stars, it never really worked that way for them either.
No, they had somebody backing them.
100%. So I had to truly learn the business. And so when I started Motivate Pictures, and I own a company now, so I'm a CEO, I'm a boss. I can't make movies without generating some sort of income or finding a way to bring that back in. And I have a team to look out for. So making movies became a real business and not an art form.
I love it.
And once I learned that, I figured out, how to do it. We're all still learning how to do it, and it is a process. But it's a part of the everyday dialogue and conversation now, not just let's make another movie and create some art, because that won't get us anything.
I love it. Okay, you guys, I'm here with Maurice at his premiere for Finding Solace. You guys, now they can find your trailer on YouTube, right?
Find my trailer on YouTube, Motivate Pictures.
Okay, so go to Motivate Pictures on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Where else can they find you, follow you?
You can follow us on Instagram in a couple of different places. You can find us at Finding Solace, the movie, on Instagram. You can find us at motivate.pictures on Instagram. You can find me at maurice.motivate as well. So, and that's going to have tons of crossover information. You're going to have the trailers on there. You're going to have behind the scenes stuff. gonna have earlier projects that we worked on. You have future content that's coming out. So there's a lot of information on that. You can find us. You can also find us on Facebook. Motivate Pictures is on Facebook, and Maurice Moore on Facebook.
Talk about
as well.
marketing. That's what I'm talking about. We had some silly gooses here this weekend that didn't even have one social media or a website.
It's crucial that we do that, and
These
it's
silly
free.
gooses.
Like, it's free advertising, it's free
Yes.
marketing. We got to figure out how to do that, because
Yes.
how else are people going to know who we are and where to find us if we don't create that?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you guys, you're going to have to go follow, check out the movie, follow Motivate Pictures particularly, because you got a
Please.
lot of projects
Please,
coming out.
we do.
He's putting real independent filmmakers, real Texans to work, putting money in their pockets, making films, y'all. Like, this is how we do it here in Texas. So make sure, if you haven't yet, submit your film for next year's Austin
Yes.
Action Fest.
Yes, please.
2026, y'all.
Thank you, Austin Action Fest. You guys are so dope. I really appreciate the opportunity. This was great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye, guys.